Intelligent Recap in CoPilot is this amazing tool that's making individuals follow up and close off on meeting up to 3 times faster, which is fantastic. And for a user individually, it's a great solution, right? You're getting full transcription in every meeting, actions attributed, etc. But in the meeting room, if it's not configured correctly, it all falls over. And you have the room attributed to a block of transcript with the richness being pulled out of CoPilot. What you need is a fantastic solution like the Jabra Panacast 50. It's an intelligent speaker, intelligent camera, fully certified for Microsoft Teams that enables individual transcription in the meeting room, adding that richness back into CoPilot.
Okay, welcome back to our demonstration of the Jabra Panacast 50 as a certified intelligent speaker working with Microsoft Teams Intelligent Recap, Name Attribution, and CoPilot. We have Michael and Marcelo in the room that are going to help us demonstrate these features today and the value that the Panacast 50 brings to these experiences. I'm now going to start the recording and transcription. This is a critical step that you do need to either at least turn on transcription, but you can choose to record the call as well to have these features enabled.
So that has started the transcription. You can see on the call, on the recording here, that the room has started to identify people. I'm now going to hand over to Michael to start the demo.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our project status meeting. Today is Monday. We're going to kick off the week with everyone's favorite thing, which is a meeting. And we're going to discuss the progress, challenges, and upcoming tasks. So let's do a quick introduction. I'm Michael. I'm the project manager on this case.
Hi, everyone. My name's Daniel, and I'm the deployment lead.
Hello, I'm Marcelo, and I'm the equipment coordinator. Nice to meet you all.
All right, let's get started. Let's discuss the project status. Daniel, where are we on the deployment?
Thanks, Michael. But we are at today, we've deployed around 80% of the software updates to the target servers, and we have around 20% that are scheduled for deployment by the end of this week.
That is great to hear. And Marcelo, what about delivery? Got any updates on our delivery?
Absolutely. Regarding equipment delivery, all laptops and peripherals have been shipped to the regional warehouses. We're tracking their transit and expect them to arrive by the end of next month.
Daniel, are you recognizing Marcelo in the transcript?
Good point, Michael. I'm not. I'm actually seeing speaker 1. Why would that be?
I don't think he's got a voice profile yet. Did you do a voice profile?
No, I haven't actually. Sorry about that,
Is there anything we can, like in the future, and as CoPilot does the assessment of who does what, and CoPilot does that, is there any way we can tag Marcelo as this speaker 1?
Yeah, definitely. So I've got a manual task here. As I've joined the meeting, I'm the meeting organizer. I can actually click on this identify speaker button, and it will pull down a list of the people that are invited to the meeting. Marcelo was an invite to this meeting. I can actually say that this is now assigned to Marcelo. I can choose just to update that one instance of his sentence or update all of the instances where Marcelo spoke.
Oh, awesome. So we can still identify people even if they haven't done a voice print.
Correct, if they're invited.
Awesome. Oh, there you go, Marcelo. You're going to be part of the AI dream here that we're going to show off. Okay, let's get back to discussing the testing and validation phase of this project. Have we completed the necessary testing and validation for the deployed systems?
Yes, we've conducted the functional testing, and the results are within the acceptable parameters.
Agreed. We've also verified that the equipment meets specifications.
Fantastic. But are there any potential risks related to the deployment of this?
Well, one risk I'm looking is if there may be possible delays on the shipment.
Oh, no.
But we will closely monitoring equipment shipments and address any issues promptly.
And our next steps include finalizing those remaining server deployments and coordinating with the on-site teams.
All right, let's make sure that we have timely communication alignment across teams to make sure that we don't have any slippage and that everything gets delivered as scheduled. All right, guys?
Okay.
All right. Let's wrap up here. Okay, this is good. Here's what we'll do. Daniel, can you please complete the server deployments by the end of this week? And Marcelo, can you please continue eagle eye monitor that equipment and equipment shipments and update the team? And I will continue to communicate the progress to our stakeholders.
Got it.
Sure thing. Absolutely. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for all your updates. Let's stay on track and meet our project milestones. And our next meeting is on April 22nd.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, so we've had our mock meeting. We're now going to look at a during experience, so the user experience of how they can use CoPilot within a meeting. So we have the Jabra Panacast 50 in this meeting room. Myself, Michael, Marcelo were identified via our voice print being sent from the Teams room up to Microsoft. I can now, during the meeting, ask questions like, recap this meeting so far. Now, I might have joined late. This scenario is me catching up. All right, so now that CoPilot summary has finally been generated. We can see that Michael, the project manager, introduced the meeting and asked for updates from the deployment lead, Daniel and the equipment coordinator, Marcelo. Daniel had reported that there's 80% of software updates had been deployed and 20% so far. So you can see that it's an accurate summary of what's happened in the meeting so far. So that enables me to catch back up. It enables me to be more efficient and productive even though I joined that meeting late. I don't have to go back and watch that meeting afterwards. Now I can ask some simple questions like, what is the tone of this meeting? Okay, now I've asked CoPilot, what is the tone of this meeting? Now I might need to ask this question. I've joined the meeting late and I can sense there's a little bit of conflict happening and I want to understand what's happened beforehand that created this conflict. So I can ask that question, what is the tone of this meeting? And I can see here for our mock meeting, the tone of this meeting is mostly professional and positive as the participants discuss the project status. So it's a great way on catching up again, but also understanding the context of what's been happening in that meeting. Now in our mock meeting, we also did look at a couple of follow-up tasks. So I might want to ask the question, give me a table of action items, due dates, and who they are assigned to. Okay, so we've now got that result here where I can see the follow-up task where there's a task assigned to me to complete the server deployment by end of this week. Marcelo has an ongoing task for monitoring the equipment shipment, and Michael has the task to communicate the progress to the stakeholders. So a great way at the end of the meeting to understand who has what action item and when they're due. Okay, so that is a bit of an example of using CoPilot during a meeting to get more context out of who is speaking in the room, grab summaries, be more efficient and productive, even if you joined the meeting late. So we just saw how the Jabra Panacast 50 enhances the Microsoft Teams room experience. The Panacast 50 as a certified intelligent speaker does this by providing clear, accurate and reliable audio to Microsoft. Microsoft utilizes this audio to identify who is speaking in the meeting room. They can then attribute the name of that person to the meeting transcripts. Now, post the meeting, that transcript is saved along with the recording, and we're now going to pivot and have a look at the post-meeting experience utilizing a feature called Intelligent Meeting Recap. In this demonstration, we are using a different script with different participants and a different meeting room. On the screen here, you can see that we have our recording and our transcript generated post-meeting, and we're able to now click on the View Recap button to take us into the Intelligent Meeting Recap interface of Teams. This feature is licensed, so you do require a Teams Premium license or a CoPilot license. Now straight away under the AI Notes tab, we see the meeting notes that have been automatically generated for us. We also see some follow-up tasks. Now in this scenario, I am the meeting organizer. I have come into Intelligent Recap after the meeting, and I want to copy those notes and those tasks so I can send an email to the participants. So there's a great summary of the meeting and any action items that need to be followed up. Now straight away on these follow-up tasks, I can see that Joni needs to complete server deployments and Michael needs to monitor equipment shipment and update the team. But there's no due date on this. Now, as a meeting organizer, I want to give these follow-up tasks and assign them to the people, but I don't have the due date. So what I can do is click on CoPilot in the top right-hand corner. That will then open the CoPilot chat window. Now, earlier today, I've already asked the question, which is for the follow-up task, what is the due date and who are they assigned to? Now CoPilot responds by looking at the meeting transcript, and it will respond with Joni has a task for completing server deployments by the end of week. Michael and Diego, they have a task which is due by the 22nd of April, and that is the date of the next meeting. So I can now utilize that to provide more detail in my response when I'm emailing the meeting participants. Now it's important to note at this point, this is all automatically being generated for me. CoPilot and Intelligent Meeting Recap, enabling me as the meeting organizer to be more efficient and productive by not having to sift through the whole video or even taking notes in the meeting. Now another feature is the mentions feature, so I can actually see anytime my name was mentioned in that meeting. I can click on that mention, the video will snap to that in the timeline, and I can watch that if I want to. In the bottom left-hand side, we also have the speaker timeline with colored timelines of when each participant spoke. Now in this meeting example, Diego and Joni, they were in the meeting room. So they had their voice profiles created in Microsoft Teams, and utilizing the Panacast 50 as an intelligent speaker, Microsoft was able to identify them in the meeting room. We can also look at notes. Now I can manually create a loop component to add notes that all the participants can collaborate on. And we also have topics. So there's topics, so if the AI recognizes different topics and sections in the meeting, it will create these as different topics so you can watch them individually, as well as chapters where you can break up the video into chapters.